Welcome once again to Engineer Math Academy. We are gradually coming to the end of the laws of indices. In our previous lesson, we looked into the fifth law of indices when the power of a number is negative. Today, we are looking into the sixth law, the rule of fractional index, when the power of a number is a fraction. So let's go straight into today's lesson. On the board, we have 16 raised to the power of 1/2. The power here is a fraction, 1/2. When the power of a number is a fraction, we apply the rule of fractional index. But what does the rule say? It says a raised to the power 1/2 is equal to the square root of a. What does this mean? It means that when the power of a number is half or 1/2, all we need to do is to find the square root of that number. So let's apply it to this number. 16 raised to the power 1/2 is equal to the square root of 16. And what is the square root of 16? 4. Simple, right? Let's go ahead. 25 raised to the power 1/2. The power is 1/2. The power is half. So we apply the rule. It says find the square root of 25. 25 raised to the power 1/2 simply means find the square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. Let's take one more. 64 raised to the power 1/2. What is this asking us? This rule is saying that we should find the square root of 64. Square root of 64, and that will give us 8. But fractional index are not always 1/2. For example, we have 64 raised to the power 1/6. So what do we do here? This is where we apply the general rule. The general rule says if a is raised to the power m/n, then we should look for the n root of a and retain the power. This means that when a number has a fraction as the power, the numerator remains as the power, while the denominator tells us the type of root we are dealing with. In this case, we are dealing with the sixth root. So we say 64 raised to the power 1/6 is equal to the sixth root of 64. And the power is 1. What is the sixth root of 64? The number that will multiply itself 6 times to give us 64. That number is 2. And 2 raised to the power 1 will remain 2. So this rule is just an extension of this rule. Let's see another problem. 125 raised to the power of 2/3. Does the sixth law apply to this problem? Yes. Why? Because the power is a fraction. And remember, when the power is a fraction, the numerator is the power we need to retain. And the denominator tells us the type of root we are dealing with. So 125 raised to the power 2/3 is equal to, because the denominator in the fraction is 3, we need to take the cube root of 125. And because the numerator is 2, the power is 2. Now, what is this saying? The cube root is asking, what number will multiply itself 3 times to give 125? That number is 5. And the square, this will give us 25. 5 squared is 25. Is it getting clearer now? Let's take one more. 16 raised to the power 3/4. Can we apply the sixth law? Yes. Why? Because the power, the index, is fractional. The power is a fraction. And what do we have in the fraction? We have the numerator being 3 and the denominator is 4. 4, which is the denominator, is telling us to look for the fourth root of 16. So 16 raised to power 3 over 4 is equal to the fourth root of 16. And the numerator is 3. So raised to the power of 3. We have just applied this rule to this problem. The numerator m is 3. And that is the power as we have here. And the denominator n is the n root here. But in this problem, the denominator is 4. So we are taking the fourth root of 16. What is the fourth root of 16? It's 2 raised to the power of 3. And that will give us 8. And that is that. The laws of indices done and dusted. If you got value from this class, like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe, because in our next lesson we are going to look at a past WAEC problem where we will need to apply the laws of indices. I will see you in the next one.